If you see this truck, when you see the word Kogi, it's like in LA if you saw a truck that just had big old letters that said meat, M-E-A-T. That's what Kogi means.
Roy Choi. He is a trailblazing chef, an entrepreneur, and an author. Best known for revolutionizing the LA food scene with his Kogi Barbeque food truck. His cooking blends the flavors of his culture and the diverse culinary landscape of LA. And now, his new book, The Choi of Cooking, provides a flavorful journey through his life with many personal stories and recipes. And Roy will be at the LA Times Festival of Books this weekend. But first, he joined us here. Roy, it is an honor to have you here. We're such big fans.
Oh, thank you. What up, LA? I'm here.
All right, I need to know about this book because, and by the way, I love The Choi of Cooking, like the joy of cooking. It is so speaking our language. I mean, the flavors, the freshness. Why did you want to write this and include your personal history?
I feel like I've lived enough life to where I have some sort of dime store philosophy of life. And it took me this long to have the confidence and the courage to put it all on paper. I felt like the recipes that I have tinkered with all through these years were strong enough. And I felt like my life had evolved enough to where I reached a place where the cooking, the eating, and the health of my life was something that I felt I could share with others.
You have an evolution in your relationship with food, right? From the time you were a kid, it's really changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's been all over the place. It hasn't been just one path. It's been kind of a multiverse. On one level, I used to eat no processed food because I grew up in an immigrant home where mom was cooking all the time and aunties would come over and cook all the time. But then I went through my own, struggles and trials and tribulations of just being an American kid growing up here in LA. And so I just would kind of like go down rabbit holes of doom scroll eating, basically, and then eat a lot of fast food, junk food. I was addicted to candy and chips and snacks and milkshakes. I used to pound like 4 milkshakes at a time. I would eat the whole cake, whole cheesecake. We were talking about lasagna earlier. I used to eat the whole tray of Stouffer's lasagna, not a corner of it. Like that would be a normal eating day.
But you started to evolve when you started working in kitchens. How?
Well, the kitchen, for any cook out there, they'll know this. We live a dual life because all day what we're doing is we're cooking the most healthiest food possible. And we're eating that food as we're cooking it. So we're eating tons of nutrients and vegetables all day. But then as soon as we're off the clock, the first thing we do is we eat the worst food. It's almost like we go the opposite end of the spectrum to ourselves. And that's what I was doing for so many years, even up until like I started writing this book. Just like living a life that was facing forward the right way, but then behind closed doors, I was living the wrong way, and it was unsustainable.
And you talk openly about your relationship with alcohol, drugs, gambling, all of those things. And now I want to talk about being here on the other side of this because it finally all clicked and fell into place for you. And one of the things I love about this book is that you and I love flavor bombs.
Yes.
Having the inventory in your refrigerator of the pureed herbs with olive oil, or give us some examples of what you want to see and what our audience should see when they open their fridge that'll make eating healthy easier.
Well, that's one of the core philosophies of this book is that cooking itself is hard enough to begin with, right? Because you have to do all the prep, all the cleaning, you have to take everything out, and then maybe if you don't have the muscle memory to do it every day, that becomes a chore. You don't want cooking to be a chore. Like we as cooks, we wake up every day like an F1 racer, ready to go cook, And so you have to be able to put yourself in that position, and that's what's called mise en place. That's what's called having your prep ready. And if you open your refrigerator or your cupboard and everything, if you spend a day or half a day preparing that, then the rest of your week is all set up. Because then you open your door and you're inspired, right? Because then you have 5, 6, 7, 8 flavor bombs in jars that you could just take a little bit out like magic potions and put them in. It takes half the cooking out because you've done the cooking ahead of time. So what it really does is when you're ready to eat, you can make food in 5 minutes.
You had a really hard time, as did all of our restaurateurs during COVID. It's not over yet.
It's still going. COVID was very difficult for restaurants, but that's not the past, it's the present. Just recently, we're losing legendary restaurants. You know, Papa Cristo's is the most recent. We don't know as restaurateurs what lies ahead for us because we're still month to month. You know, there is no reserve in running a restaurant. So as the costs continue to go up and the rents go up and the cost of goods go up and labor and everything, the prices can't go up, you know? So it's an unbalanced equation. And we have to figure it out, you know, because you don't want a world where it's only corporate restaurants, you know? There's a place for that, but you need individual expression and individual art and identity, and you need that balance within life. And right now, things are so unbalanced.
But success in Vegas, that's helping you survive here.
Vegas allows me to write books, you know. You know, Vegas has figured out, but on a serious level, Vegas has figured out a balance, you know, because the economy that flows into Vegas, it's a hospitality town. Beyond the gambling and everything, at the core of Vegas, it's a hospitality town, and they care. And I think that's the thing about LA is we have to care about our street food, about our tacos, about our mom and pop shops, about our individual restaurants, and reinvest in those. Vegas is a town that cares about restaurants. So what happens is the economy is built so that the balance is there.
You're going to be at the Festival of Books on the demonstration stage, and you are going to cook us
Kimchi steak tacos.
Roy Choi. You are a joy. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Chef Roy Choi will be at the Festival of Books cooking stage at 12:30 on Saturday, April 26th. Visit latimes.com/Festival of Books for more information. We'll see you there.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your community, click the subscribe button here. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.